Subscribe or you'll be visited by the toll troll. I want to compile a list of careers that are demoralizing based on either your personal experiences or what your friends/family have described. Don't link stupid blog posts that mention nothing. I'll start. Mechanical engineer, coder. Anyone else want to fill up this list? From my own experience, call center worker. From that there's subcategories from least to most demoralizing. Least, public sector customer services. Outbound retentions, generally get good offers to give customers to get them to come back. Inbound sales, private sector customer services. Most, cold calling sales. I worked for BT selling landline packages for a bit by cold calling people. The amount of heckin' abuse we got was unreal. Our target was 5 sales a day and we got £1.5 commission for each sale along with minimum wage. Most people struggled to hit 3 sales a day and any less than that and they sack you. I managed it for 3 months, truly dismal job. Thank God I no longer work in a call center. Doctor, study cell for 4 years in undergrad to max out GPA, MCAT, and extracurriculars. Spend thousands of dollars on med school applications and interviews. Be lucky to get into 1 to 2 schools. 70 to 100K per year cost of attendance. Study cell for 4 more years. Zero life outside of school. 60 plus hours a week, especially during 3rd and 4th years. Apply for residency slots. Don't get to choose, it's algorithmically matched. If you don't match for a residency you're screwed. Likely move across country to residency. No friends, no support network. Wage slave for 3 to 7 plus years, 80 plus hour weeks for 60 to 70K per year. Cannot ever quit residency program no matter how miserable it is. Not at all like quitting a job and simply getting a new one, you are fucked if you quit. Interest on 400K student loans accruing the entire time at 7 to 8%. Finish training with 500 to 600K in debt. Get a 200 to 300K job if you're family med, internal med, pediatrics, etc. Maybe 400 to 600K if you're a surgeon, anesthesiologist, radiologist, etc. Work 50 to 60 hours a week for the rest of your career. Statistically be sued for malpractice at least once in your career. First year med school dropout. Accounting, I'm too tired to type out why, just think about that. Manufacturing jobs, standing behind the machine doing same stuff 8 hours a day. Nighttime delivery of fruit and vegetables for restaurants, schools, kindergartens, etc. Any that are more than 15% female. Mechanic. Wait, it's all pain? Always has been son. Help desk support, even more so if you work for an MSP, third-party IT support for businesses. Pay is dog crap, customers can range from clueless to aggravated, and moving up the help desk ladder just means you have to handle more of people's problems of increasing complexity. Most people are in help desk for a couple years until they skill up, get the heck out, and find a role that's more specialized. Software developer, I can't think of a single career that's infested with more incel onion cucks. I'm a work-from-home coder. I get paid low 6 figures to do not very much in my PJs. Every single one. Fast food worker, I remember seeing some guy in his 50s working in the back and he has been there for more than 10 years, still not even a manager. Very demoralizing to the point I went back to school. Coder, how is that demoralizing? Customer service anything, even IT. Some misinfo in this thread. I know doctors making 500K plus. Infosec is a solid career. 275K and work 35 hours a week. About to job hop for 350K but need to go to office 2 to 3 days a week. This is possible to attain but you can't stay at a job longer than 4 years, 2.5 years is optimal. Only thing I can't stand is working with devs because they can't code securely for squad and communicate autistically. For InfoSec you need engineering chops but can't be autistic and need to have a lawyer swag to yourself. Auto eliminates cheats and changes off the bat which is nice. Bus boy is vacation beach town. The Russians hired on for the summer work super fast and efficient. I'm slower and try to keep up. They talk squad in Russian all the time. One boss tells me to work faster. Other boss tells me to clean more thoroughly. Date chase Latina who also works there all summer. Never fug despite trying. End of summer. While waitress tells me she was into me and that we would have fugged all summer long. Worked night shift reception at a small hotel. Thought it was a dream job initially. Pays better than other menial work because nights. Work alone. Lots of time to read or do whatever. Over the years the soul-crushing element crept in. Boss was a total psycho, you'd often have to listen to him berate you or colleagues for some minor infraction, often imagined by him literally. It became more and more obvious with time he just did this to keep us in line. Most of the time nothing would happen during a shift until suddenly everything happened at once, dealing with some violent drunk irate guest at 4 a.m. while the bread delivery is coming in and at the same time some other guest wants to check out, and you're all by yourself. Also, being on permanent graveyard shift does something to you. I always thought of myself as a night owl, but after 6 years there I never want to work another night in my life. Industrial painting. You're treated as completely expendable, you're surrounded by regards, drug addicts and felons. You work with chemicals which melt your gloves, burn i.e. damage your eyes and destroy your brain cells. And sometimes you do work that you know has absolutely no meaning or point to it simply because of political games between management of the GC and your company. You are a pawn to be used and thrown away at the whims of corporate overlords in the purest sense, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Stay away from drug stores. I went from relatively cushy retail tech sales waging to CVS because they were offering a better salary and I needed it to make ends meet. Massive mistake. First, they've cut hours to the bone. 2 people in the store, running checkout, photos, restocking, plano, backroom, cleanup, etc. That used to be like 10 people. Computers didn't make things that more efficient. All of those videos you see of people walking into stores, stuffing goods into a trash bag and just walking out? I'm almost certain at this point that it's not because thieves have become more brazen, it's because theft like that is essentially part of CVS's business strategy. They purposely don't have enough people in the stores to dissuade shoplifters, and then the stuff that gets stolen, 99% of the time they're getting their insurance payout before the item would ever have been sold organically. You get fired for confronting customers about anything because the whole point is to maintain the woe is me corporate facade and keep boomers with their heckin' mile-long stack of coupons coming in to overpay for adult diapers. Also the customers, no one who walks into CVS wants to be there. No one. They're either sick or they're poor or they're in a hurry and generally can't choose someplace else to go. Because of this, they're the worst customers you can imagine to deal with. My previous job had cured me of my introversion. This one basically gave me autism as a self-preservation tactic. Even when you want to help a customer, you often don't have the authority and no managers are available. I almost never saw mine in the store after my first month. You don't even want to deal with your coworkers. Pharmacy is the worst. They're massively overworked and also have a chip on their shoulder because they're credentialed medical professionals having to deal with corporate and customer BS like uneducated wages.